Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rechakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation, all sincere Achim. Who wrote there, of course, risking their lives and their freedom to bring out this Amath, which is the truth of the scriptures. My brother Mappa from Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp, located here in Great Babylon, coming again with another lesson due to Rechakodash, which is the Holy Spirit. It's off of the dailyrecord.com, and it reads, high-class Scottish prostitute deported from America over 14-year-old boy sex rap. Sarah McGill faced 15 years in jail, but was instead given 5 years probation and ordered to leave the U.S. immediately. Now, this is a new story I have covered before in the past when she was originally, me and Sarah McGill, arrested. I did a wee lesson on it, but this is just a follow-up story to it, which it gave you the result. It says a sleazy Scot has been ordered to be deported from the U.S. after sleeping with a 14-year-old boy while working as a high-class hooker. All right, so you have a harlot here. If you don't know what a harlot is, that's, a woman who sleeps with multiple men, of course, for money, for monetary gain, gifts, etc., etc. It says Sarah McGill could have faced 15 years in jail, but was given a 5 years probation in order to leave America immediately after being found guilty by the judge for lewd or lascivious battery. So you have here a woman that was let off the hook, literally, because she's supposed to be punished, but she wasn't. This is like a slap on the wrist, which here in today's society, they lift up, of course, folly. Folly is held in great dignity and such, and those that are righteous, in the eyes of many, is looked as nothing but vanity. In today's day and age, there is no order or no care for the laws of Yahweh or Yahushai. Who is that? Yahweh is the Most High, and his only begotten Son is Yahushai, who warring calls Jesus Christ. That's their pure names in the Lashon Kodash, which is the Holy Tongue, and the Abariath, or the Hebrew. And of course, they have the law, statutes, commandments, which is written throughout the Bible, which of course give life. But you have the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites. They 2/3 of them don't want to listen. And you have, of course, the rest of these heathen nations. They definitely disregard this truth. Now I'm going to go into a couple scriptures real quick, and then we're going to get back to the article. And it reads here, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Which you have here. You have a woman that is very prideful. These women, okay, that go out, they're given the world. They're in Esau, who is the so-called white man, who is Edom, came out red like a hairy garment, who has rule of this this whole entire world at this current time. He uplifts the woman, and because of that, she is of course going about just destroying herself. Simply as that. Now let's continue on. It says, as probation was terminated upon leaving the U.S., her sentence was effectively deportation. So all she did, she came over and did, which we're going to get in this story. Her being a harlot, all she got was deportation from the U.S. So this was hypocritical, because if a man, of course, had sex with a underaged person, okay, they, being a woman, or in this case, in Esau's world, it'd be, a minor or such, you would be booked, all right, as what we have a saying in the world, 15 to get you 30. Meaning if you mess with a 15-year-old girl, that gets you 30 years and all that. Plus, you're going to be on a sex offender list and all right? Which that's just going to bring slander to your name. Okay, now reading on, it says the sweetheart deal with prosecutors mean that the 28-year-old hypnotherapist from Galashiels, that's over in Scotland, it says, could be back in Scotland as soon as today. It says, though her travel plans are unclear, McGill's case was unexpectedly resolved on Wednesday, 3 days after details of her police interviews were published, in which she said she felt horrible or terrible and the boy was underage, in which, these are lies. Asha here, this woman, she definitely don't feel terrible at all. And I'm just gonna go into some scriptures, okay? Because you can see this. This is her profession. Okay, she's a hypnotherapist, which has her own business, but she's a harlot as well. Jet setting across the seas, making that money. All right. As you see, got the professional photos and stuff, the photos. Okay. Here, and she just having sex. You say you got here in the Esau's world, underage boy, but he's really a man. Of course, his damn he went far beyond puberty. Okay. Let's go into some of these scriptures. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, the 25th chapter. And I'm going to start at verse, let me see what I'm going to get. Yeah, this is here, yeah. This is Sirach 25 and 17. Says, the wickedness of a woman changes her face or her punya, all right, and darkeneth her countenance as like sackcloth. That's how a woman is. A woman, you really can't tell the truth out of her, without, of course, being spiritual, because these women, they go about, you see them, they want to be high class 1 second, walking about all prissy and such, not giving any man a chance. All right, when really the man is the prize and he's the head, but when you go and see it, these women are nothing but defiled harlots, whores. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Which, anything, the chick, they go about having sex with multiple men and all, and it doesn't even matter for them, that they're being defiled day in and day out. It says here, I'm going to go to verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin. About Eve. Okay, she was in the transgression. All right. When you go into it, that's I believe you can find that in the New Testament and such. Also in the book of Genesis. And through her we all die. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. And because of feminism and the sexual revolution, you have women that are put up in these high class positions, in which what do? They abuse themselves, not even having a husband. They just be a harlot. Which, when it goes into it says the 14-year-old boy paid Sarah McGill £340 for sex, as he wanted to lose his virginity. It says she had denied lewd or Leviticus or lascivicus battery, Slovakia for the mispronunciation. It says, which is similar to statutory rape in the UK, and it was due to stand trial next month. But the prospect of long-term jail time left her scared, and she said in police interviews the prosecutors were apparently willing to cut her a deal. McGill had been due to appear before Judge Mark Lebert at the Orange County Courthouse in Orlando, Florida, for the pretrial conference on Wednesday, but instead she was sentenced later that day, in which they just like, let's just get this chick out the country. She's not even a citizen of the U.S. And she's breaking multiple Esau's laws and such. Okay, if you're a tourist, you got no business trying to first of all, for tourists, they're not allowed to work in the U.S. without a visa. She's working, doing this prostitution, being a harlot. All right, what about that? They don't, these damn devils don't hold themselves by their own laws. Okay, that's why I say woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and such. All right, I believe that's in the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter. Let me see if I can retrieve it real quick or out of my physical scriptures. All right, this is Isaiah. See, in this lesson, of course, shouldn't even really be that long. It's very simple, and these, we can't really get these chick that much, put them on a pedestal at all, because look what they are, just horrors. All right, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. This is Isaiah 10, right, in the 1. Right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn the needy from judgment, and take away the right from the poor of my people, which that's the Israelites, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right, and I mean, it's just nothing but wickedness that's going on. All right, these laws that they prescribe mainly are against the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai. I mean, because why do you have a woman out here going out being a harlot in the street? Okay, it says Julio Simino, court support manager of the 9th Judicial Circuit, said in the email McGill received 5 years sex offender probation. She was adjudicated guilty as a sex offender, which is going to explain that term. It says her passport was ordered to be returned to her, and she was directed to immediately leave the country, meaning the U.S. Her probation is to terminate upon you leaving the U.S. So she got sentenced, and the sentence automatically is basically you could say disannulled and such. All right, it comes. The solution is her leaving the country. That's basically it. It says under the Florida law, when a person is adjudicated guilty by a judge, they're convicted of a crime. A note in court calendar says court designates the defendant a sex offender. McGill had been arrested on April 6th after having sex with a 14-year-old in the Courtyard Marriott in Orlando, Florida. All right, which you can see, a picture of this harlot. Okay, they put these different ads on the internet, different websites and such, which they host themselves as escorts and such. All right. It says the victim had found her profile on Prostitute.com. It says, which has listed her name as Sophie Belly. And these women, look, I mean, they are exactly what they advertise themselves as. They don't advertise themselves as who they really are. Just look at the makeup. All right, it's all a lie. Their entire lives are built upon a lie. Okay. That's why you can't take these women serious. These women are just big kids. All right. It says her to set up a license, which he paid $480 in the U.S. and it's $340 in pounds, or pounds sterling, that is. It says the incident came to light when the boy's father, or Abba, found out what he had done and went back to the hotel where he called the police. It later emerged that the boy had lost his virginity to McGill when they slept together. The arrest shone light on McGill bizarre double life, in which I was just speaking of that double life, all right? As she claimed to be a hypnotherapist with the office in Edinburgh. And you have it here, her mugshot and such. You can see here upon the screen. Okay, that's with the makeup. All right. It says in her police interview, McGill admitted that she's been traveling alone across the U.S., visiting San Francisco, New Jersey, San Diego, Tampa, before Orlando. But she claimed she was sightseeing. But we know what she's really doing. She just set up different appointments with these Johns and such, and they just gonna pound the life out of her. They really demons. So they just get pounded and then go back to the UK with all this money. All right. It says when it was put to her, she is a prostitute who was paid hundreds of dollars. It really be thousands to sleep with men. She said there's truth in that, which is that's plain. Okay, let's get some more scriptures, right? Let's go to the next chapter. As we had last scripture, I said, give not water, no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. So you see what she's gonna do. She just abused herself. Okay. It says a drunken woman in a gather abroad causes shame and great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. And it's because what's gonna happen? This chick is gonna go and do it again. All right, she's gonna go be proud. Of course, she got a reproach put upon her being within her own business. If people look her up, it's gonna come out that she's convicted of being a sex offender and such. But in this day and age, these whores are put up on high. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And Esau, the so-called white man, destroyed this whole entire world, having these women, to have the women, the household, really, the household, the daughters are not, in most cases, being ruled over by their father. All right, then, and they go out, and get with all these men, and, they just get spirits on them, okay? And they have no direction, because a woman needs a direction. All right, she needs a guide, which that's a man, a head. It says she will. This is verse 11. It says, "Watch over impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain." And that's literally, these women, are literally opening their mouth, and as it's gonna say, and drink every water near her. What do you think that is? All right, it's coming out of man. All right, I'll let you figure it out. It says, by every hedge. Of course, we know a hedge is like you say, a wall, like the edge, like a wall, basically. Okay, protection for mostly. All right, it says, by every hedge will she sit down, which when you go into it, man is gonna be a hiding place, which that's gonna be a man of the elect. So In this case, she's sitting on everybody's head, on every man, all right, basically, all right. It says, and open her quiver, as we know, a quiver is where you put your arrows in, all right. Against every arrow, the arrow is going to be the penis, okay. So you open up, so that's what these women do, all right. Because they're not but harlots. But anyway, I mean, you could check out the rest of the article if you want. She, as she says, she never had any ill intention. She says she's very down to earth and a normal person. So this, she just puts it out, that this is normal. Being a harlot is normal. I've never been in handcuffs or anything like that, so it's very scary. I think I should leave the country, and I think I should be told off. I don't want to go to jail. I'm really very scared. And she says she felt guilty about sleeping with Gil. She only wanted to spite. Let me see. Hold up. The victim. This is actually the victim. He said that he only wanted to spice up his sex life. The boy, he gave McGill the money as a donation, and he wore a condom. It says McGill avoided the jail term in custody because Florida Department of Corrections is underfunded and is in a permanent crisis. All right, so you have here, the infrastructure, the prison system in America is underfunded. Plus, you got overcrowded and such. So they just like why put this Scottish chick in jail and punish her when you can just send her back to the country free. That's what so-called white men does. All right, when the woman should just get put to death. All right, simple as that. It says Florida has long been seen as one of the most dangerous prison systems in the U.S. for inmate violence, use of force, and the lack of health care. All right, which I mean, when these chicks go into prison, they become lesbians and all that. Which I mean, these a lot of these escorts, these prostitutes, they do girl on girl action and couple swingers. They do all of that. They're very wicked. So. But really, I'm just gonna close it out. I had other precepts, but that's just what the Spirit bringing out. Then I'm gonna say, call Allah, Shai, and double honor to those apostles, that great millstone. So next time I say Shalom.